Hello, my name is Holm-DiDio, and I am a personal and leadership coach specializing in supporting people in global careers. And today I'm going to talk to you about networking. I arrived in New York City over 20 years ago now, with 2 suitcases, a backpack, and a student visa, ready to start my new life in New York City. And I was soon told that I had to network to be successful. But I used to be terrified of networking. It didn't feel real for me. It was really as impossible as scaling a Manhattan high-rise. But I soon learned how to work a room. Since then, I have led workshops on networking. I have coached people on networking all over the world and written about it, with a focus on cultural differences and also the North American model described in so many books. Networking for Dummies, and of course networking for the person who hates networking. Today, I want to share an ancient but also new perspective to you. Networking, for the lack of a better word, is really about relationships, about feeling connected, about listening and belonging, about building trust. Let's change our perspective on networking. When you want to get to know someone, what do? Talk about yourself, how great you are? No, you ask questions. You listen intently. The old mindset about networking tells us that it's about selling ourselves. It's about presenting our accomplishments in 20 seconds, introducing yourself as a commodity. My clients often ask me, how can I brand myself? How can I sell myself better? My answer is, you can't. It's not about selling. You need to find your voice and use it. You need to focus on the person you're talking to. What we really need more of today is real and authentic relationships. You need to invite people into your life and allowing them to help you, whatever it is you need at that moment. But don't just ask them what they do and tell them that you're in a job search mode. That will kill the conversation. You need to create a personal connection. It's about being authentic. Don't talk about weather. Ask thoughtful questions. Questions that show them that you're interested in learning who they are. Share something real about yourself. Show them who you are. Only then will there be a chance or an opportunity for a connection to be created, a connection to remember. Now, what does it mean to be authentic? And why is it important for networking? The word authentic originates from Greek, meaning author. To be authentic is to be an author of your own life. How will your life read? What characters are you invited into your book and why? Being authentic while networking across cultures means knowing yourself, your history, your values, and your biases, and understanding how they influence how you see and interact with others. It's about being attuned to whom you are interacting with while knowing yourself, and sensitive to the impact of your words and behaviors on others. Being authentic includes daring to be vulnerable. Brené Brown defines vulnerability as uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. As we connect across cultures, we engage in an uncertain interaction. We do risk being misunderstood or to misunderstand. All this as we show others who we are. It can be uncomfortable, but through this discomfort, we learn about ourselves and about others. What does vulnerability have to do with professional networking or building relationships? And am I telling you to expose your true self, your fears and your feelings to strangers, acquaintances, perhaps your boss and your peers? Yes and no. Striving to be your true self within certain boundaries will result in deeper, more trusting and rewarding professional and personal relationships. It's about being human. Now, what does it mean to be human? In today's divided society, we're often building walls and we're widening the gap between us and them. And we often label others as unhuman, as different from us. And through this, we grow more fearful of each other. We can help people connect across cultural divides. We can help them see each other as humans again. And this can only be done by connecting on the individual level, where trust and tolerance will grow. No matter what your cultural background is, without trust, there is no friendship, love, or business ventures. Trust asks us to be authentic, brave, and vulnerable. So, conversing about work and weather without sharing who we really are does not create trust. Purposeful networking requires meaningful conversations, because through meaningful conversations, real connections are created and understanding is built. Most of us know that trust is constructed differently across cultures, which is why it can be complicated. Some approach it from a more task-oriented perspective, while others focus on getting to know the person first. They take some time to get to know you. On a personal level, however, the need for trust is universal. It's what holds us together as a humanity. It's about being seen, heard, and understood. So when you make a new acquaintance, when you meet a new person, and especially someone from a different culture background than yours, listen well. Most conflicts and disagreements originate in poor listening between supervisors and staff, friends and lovers, and in cross-cultural relationships. We need to relearn how to listen. We need to listen with curiosity and without judgment. We need to seek to listen to understand, not to answer. Try it today. Put down your smartphone, your screen. Turn it off. Be in the moment. Listen with all your senses, not just your ears, but your eyes. Harvard Business Review once wrote about the loneliness epidemic, saying that being lonely and having weak social connections shortens our lifespan and increases the risk of disease and depression. While at work, it hampers creativity and productivity. We need to change our ways and connect with each other on a deeper level. Be a connector. Create a community where you are. Bring people together. Meeting someone authentically is listening without judgment. Not an easy task to do. How often do you watch yourself labeling someone simply based on your first impression? We all fall into the trap. It takes lifelong practice to meet someone without judgment. And every now and then we all fail. But it's important to try and to remember to be curious. True relationships form when you meet someone in the moment and allow yourself to be surprised. Remember how as children we were like sponges, taking in the world around us, asking questions without an agenda, except for learning, knowing, understanding. Curiosity is the way to the heart and creates opportunities for understanding and belonging. Leave your own agenda behind and be curious when you meet someone new or someone you already know. Engage with empathy. While curiosity is the way to the heart, empathy opens the door. It helps us understand the needs, perspectives, and intentions of others. Applied to networking, practicing empathy will help you understand the other person and yourself. This is so important when you embark on getting to know each other or deepen your relationship. Curate compassion. Seek ways to help others. According to UC Berkeley, being compassionate improves health, well-being, and relationships overall. Compassionate workplaces have happier, healthier, and more committed staff. If you want help, offer to resolve someone else's problem first, or to help them resolve it. Social media helps us stay connected across oceans and mountains in many ways. But I need you to look me into my eyes and invest time and emotional energy to get to know me. Next time you network, approach the person with the intention of getting to know them a little bit, not to get something from them.